Yo, 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 what's going on? What's going on? It's your man, Deshaun Lyons, and
Marquise Taylor.
this is another episode of On the Dot Line. I know it's been a minute, but me and Keith, we had to drop an episode on this situation. We had to drop an episode on this situation. So I know everybody's been hearing, saw it, saw the video. We see the memes. We see all of these things right now. Chris Rock getting slapped by Will Smith at the Oscars, and that's supposed to be a moment for Will Smith to get his first Oscars for playing the role of Serena Williams' father in that movie. So let's just get right into it. We got some questions that needs to be answered. So Keys, when you first saw the slap, what was you thinking in your head? Like, did you think it was a fake? Did you think it was a skit? Like, what was you thinking at the time when he slapped Chris Rock?
Well, when I first saw it, I thought he was playing. Because
Right.
you look at him on camera when Chris Rock originally said the joke, and he was laughing. Then he goes up to the stage. I'm thinking he's going up to the stage, to be funny, to mess with him or something, joke with him.
Right.
But he slapped him. I was like, oh, he probably playing. I was like, that smack looked a little real, but maybe he playing with him. Then he sat back down and said what he said. He had some bass in his voice behind it. I was like, okay, he not playing.
How he said it, Keys?
Keep my wife's name out your mouth. He said it twice. He put bass in his voice too. Keep my wife's name out your. He had some bass in his voice. He wasn't playing, so.
Right. And you said something. Before you said that Will Smith was laughing at the joke, so he thought the joke was funny. What was the actual joke? I know you're talking about Jada Pickett, but he was saying something about she being bald headed. Like,
yeah, he said he just made a G.I. Jane joke. He said G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. And we all know Jada Smith is bald.
right.
I personally didn't know the reason why she was going bald, but from what I'm hearing is she has a issue with alopecia or something along those lines, so that's why she's balding, and I guess that's a sensitive subject for her. But I mean,
Was that joke like worth somebody getting smacked?
no,
Like,
no.
like the joke he said she gonna just be the next G.I. Jane. Like, what's the? I don't understand. Cause I saw a lot of people do reaction videos on that, and they was saying that they was explaining because G.I. Jane, is Women's History Month. G.I. Jane was supposed to be the whole story in the movie of G.I. Jane was supposed to be this woman. She was able to be in the army with a bunch of men, and she was kicking ass. So it's a compliment. To be real with you, it was just a joke, and Will Smith just slapped him. So I'm gonna let you know what I feel about the whole situation, right? So I got it on two different angles. When I first saw it, I was like, "This is super duper fake." This super duper fake is it's another way to distract people. Because I heard what everybody was saying, and even though I still feel that way, this is a whole big distraction, especially what's going on in Ukraine, and everybody be talking about this. But I'll give them what they want. I'll talk about it. And then after that, when I saw Will Smith, he said, "Get your stop talking about my wife." But before that, he was laughing hard at the joke. And then the camera went to Jada. So we saw the camera point at Jada. And Jada, she was upset. She didn't find that funny. So what I feel what happened is the fact that Will looked at Jada, and I think Jada told him to go up there and defend her. I think that's the case. Because Jada, she always making Will Smith look crazy on TV. She always do it. She did it with August Alsina. So I think that she told him to go upstage and handle that. And then he smacked Chris Rock. And Chris Rock didn't deserve that because Chris Rock was there to do a job. He's a comedian. So you know he's going to crack jokes, period. You know he's going to crack jokes. So don't get offended by what he said. And he's been cracking jokes on Will and Jada forever. This is nothing new. Will Smith is an easy target. Like, especially when she made Will look crazy up on that Red Table Talk that she had an entanglement with the young brother August Alsina. He should be the one getting slapped.
Wow.
He's dog walking your girl in your house. Your wife. He's dog walking your wife in your house, probably on your bed, and then all you got to show for you just like was an entanglement. And I know what's going on because I know they got the open marriage relationship with the funny things they got going on, but still, that man's in your house dog walking. Jada, you should have that same energy with August. But I just feel like she just make Will Smith look crazy, and she told him to do that.
Well, I don't think she told him, but I think he looked over.
You gonna do something? You know how Jada be looking. She got that devious look on her face, and she probably looked at Will like, I ain't happy about this. You gonna go up there and do something? Because usually when your girl's upset about something, and like for example, some dude down the street, he whistles at your girl or whatever, and then you react like, yo, you can't be talking about my girl, and your girl's holding you back. Like, yo, chill. She wasn't holding on back. She just let him go up there and smack the fire out of him. Make him look crazy because men are supposed to be acting like that.
I think he just I think it was just built up stuff. I think he just looked over, saw her reaction, and something just clicked in his head. And he went up there and he did what he did. And after that, he went back and sat down. Now, obviously, after doing all that yelling and doing all that stuff he did apologize later on when he actually got his award, even though it wasn't directly to
but
Chris
did he
Rock.
apologize to Chris Rock, or he just apologized for doing that to the award show?
He apologized to the award show and everybody else that was there. But I think that's just a classic case of enough was enough. It wasn't. I don't think it was a joke. I really don't think it was a joke. I think Will Smith has just been going through things, especially what you said about the August Alsina thing. His family has been under a damn microscope for the longest. So you got all these people saying things, all these things going on, and he even said it during his speech. To do what they do, they have to endure a lot, a lot of criticism, ridicule, being put down or whatever, and grin and bear it. I think that the man today was the day. It was Wish a Nigga Would Wednesday, and the nigga did.
Well, like I said, whose fault is that? Because your shorty, she does a talk show of Red Table Talk. She does that. So she put the microscope on her whole family. She want to be transparent and tell what's going on, her family struggles, her family issues. So you're gonna leave people to say something about it. You're gonna leave comedians to actually even talk about it and make a joke about it to make light on the situation. So she brought that on herself. Will Smith didn't have to go up on her show to talk about her cheating on Will Smith with August Alsina. She didn't have to say that. Then she say how she loved Tupac, and she be making him look crazy. I'm gonna keep saying it, and people saying, well, because you see some women saying, because Tiffany Haddish disagree with you or whatever, what she said. She said, "Oh, I just saw a man defending his wife," but you don't do something like that. This is not the platform to do that. It's bad enough Oscars. That's why it wasn't even no security up there to even stop it or escort Will Smith out, because they're like, you know what? Let them look crazy in front of the world. This is how Black people act when they have a platform like this. Let them act crazy. Let them so that perspective they have on Black people, they could validate by this incident. Because I don't care. People say, well, he had a weak moment and this and that. If Suge Knight was on that stage and he called Jada Pinkett the B word, he's gonna second guess of going up that stage doing it. He did that to Chris Rock because he know Chris Rock is not gonna do anything. That's a fact. Chris Rock everybody hates Chris, and he was just talking about how he'd been bullied. We all know Chris Rock. He did interviews and saying that he was bullied all through high school. He been going through this, so he know. So he still thought about it. It wasn't no reaction. I consider that's BS to me. It's not no reaction because if Suge Knight was up there, he would have second guessed doing that. If Suge Knight called his girl B, or if Tupac was up there, or if anybody was up there, he was second guessing doing that. But he know he could pull that off with Chris Rock. That's why I'm like, you over here listening to your girl, and that's how dudes be getting shot and getting killed because they busy listening to their girl. So you're gonna defend me, and there's a time and a place to defend your girl all the time because you're supposed to be the protector. But reacting like that, you just smacking a grown man for doing his job. And you're dead wrong for that. And you lucky he didn't have friends in the back and rolled up on him for not doing nothing. So the consequences on his actions, he knew Chris Rock wasn't going to do nothing. Chris Rock didn't press charges, and Chris Rock even took the higher role, and he apologized to Will Smith and Jada. He even apologized and said, I didn't know that joke was going to be so hurtful, and I didn't know the depth of that condition because Jada Pinkett always been bald-headed.
Nah, not always.
Most of her career, we always knew Jada for being, having that short cake cut, man. We always knew her for doing that. So it's like what is the issue? But that's my thoughts on the whole situation. It was a bully move by Will Smith. He's listened to his wife because he get bullied by his wife, so he feel like, okay, I can do this. Chris Rock can get away with it, and he had the nerve to just after he smacked him, just that's the ultimate disrespect. After he smacked him, he turned his back on him. Turned his back. Ultimate disrespect. Like, it's crazy. Then he said, and then he went off on Chris Rock. I'm like, yo, he can't get that. It's BS. He won't be doing that. Do you think he'll do that if it was Dave Chappelle up there, Keith?
I'm not too sure about that because well, it would have been some furniture moving because I don't think Dave would have stood there and took that. But
absolutely not. Absolutely not. Imagine, because Dave Chappelle, he ain't gonna play that. He ain't gonna play that. You're not gonna just roll up on him. But he did that to Chris Rock because he knew Chris Rock wasn't gonna do nothing. And the number one BS about this whole situation is the fact that Jada today is going to do a roundtable discussion on this situation. So she's going to monetize this situation. So this is supposed to be a moment for Will Smith. This is supposed to be a moment for Will Smith to get his first Oscars for playing the role of Serena Venus Williams' father. Playing a significant role and doing a great job, and it's supposed to be his moment, and she took it away. And now she's going to monetize this whole situation and talk about it on her show. What kind of mess is that? This was a setup. She made it about her again. I don't even know why Will Smith wastes his time on her.
That's that Hollywood. To be real, if I was Will Smith, I would take a nice little break from TV and working and all of that. I would take myself like a few weeks to a month, maybe even a few months, and just go and get my head together. If you gotta talk to people, psychiatrists, whatever, if you gotta do some counseling with Jada or whatever, I would take the time to do whatever I need to do. I'm not messing with public for the time being until I get my head together because that this goes for everybody. Everybody goes through things, and everybody has a breaking point. I
Right.
think what we saw was his breaking point. It was like, okay, enough is enough. And again, he realized like, yo, I'm bugging. Like I really shouldn't have did that, but it's done. So I
Right.
think it's time to go off and do the self work because, like you said, like you can't get mad at a comedian for making a joke. It's like if you go to a comedy club, you expect that. You sitting in the audience, that's a part of the act. It's
Right.
entertainment.
Yeah.
You can't get mad at a comedian for making jokes. And shot goes out to Dave Chappelle for digging in some asses about that in his comedy specials. I ain't gonna get into all of that, but it's crazy. Comedians can't even be comedians no more. It's like everybody's so sensitive now, but
Right.
yeah, that's
Super
it.
duper, super duper emotional move, and and look, and how would you to feel like if you was Chris Rock? How would you feel? You got that was embarrassing to get smacked by another man on national TV, and you got kids. Your kids is looking at that. Not
Whew.
everybody, not everybody feel like they could try to. They could go up the stage and smack them if they feel like the joke is inappropriate. Like
That's
that's not a good look either. That's like when it's like you like it's I just don't like things like that because now and like I said, Chris Rock, I guess he did the right thing as far as keeping his composure for a situation like that and still conducting himself, knowing that that's his job and just saying, you know what, he did this. The show must go on. Let me take a deep breath and then continue on with it. And he even turned that situation into a joke. He said, "Dang man, Will Smith smacked the hell out of me," and then he conducted himself. Will Smith said his words, and then after that, he was just like he paused for a second, and then he said, "Wow," and then he continued on doing so. The professionalism for Chris Rock is man, is great. Just my only thing, I would not let a man. I don't care if it's on the Oscar stage. I'm not letting another man just smack me in the face. And I'm not retaliating. It's not happening because that's the ultimate disrespect. Because the message you putting up there, especially if you in that type of entertainment business, if you're an entertainer and that's what you do for a living, and you go to be on stage, now everybody can just roll up on you and smack you. They could be like, oh, you talking junk? I don't like that joke. They could just go up there and smack them. Just go up willy nilly. So you open up that Pandora's box. That's why I would have did something. Or if I did it, or I would have just said, you know what, I'm gonna get him in the back. I'm gonna get him in the back, like Shannon Sharp said. He said I would have whooped Will Smith ass. He just said it just like that. Or he said we're gonna go in the back and I'm gonna handle it. Will Smith can't get away with that. Uh-uh.
exactly. And to be honest with you, the if Will Smith felt so strongly about it, again, not saying that this is what it was because I just said how I feel what
Right.
really happened with Will Smith, but if it was the joke and it was that serious, there was other ways of handling that. You could have, if you even if you wanted to sit there and tell him right then and there, hey, you know what I'm saying, myself, I appreciate that. Or you could have waited till after the show when there was a break. You talk to the man in the back, hey, listen, man, I didn't appreciate that. I'm gonna need you to, you know what I'm saying, apologize or whatever. Like it's just other ways to handle that. And even then at that point, all right, well, you don't want to apologize, you still think it's a joke. Well, I'm gonna need my 2 minutes. And you can do that. You can do that elsewhere, outside of, you know what I'm saying? You can handle that elsewhere or whatever, but that,
But
like you
even
said, is
if he lo-
disrespectful.
but Keith, even if he lost his cool, if he saw Suge Knight up there, saw anybody else that's not gonna play that, he's not gonna do that. What's gonna happen is he's just gonna walk out. He'll say he'll probably say exactly what he said after he smacked Chris Rock. He'll say that, keep your name out, my wife. He'll say that, and then he'll just walk out. He'll just walk out. It'll be a totally different. He'll just say, "I'm walking out. I'm not gonna allow him to disrespect my wife." He's not gonna go up there and smack nobody else that he knows. That's what I'm saying. I think it's BS. Oh, I lost myself. You know that's Chris Rock. You know he's not gonna do anything. If it was somebody else, you know you'll handle it different. He would just walked out. That's what I don't like. I don't like that at all. Or whatever. You should have handled on the whole August Alsina situation. That energy should have been all on him, like Shannon Sharp said. When he was dog walking your wife, you should have had some words, and it should have been some altercation with that. That's what I'm saying. It is what it is, man. That's what I feel of it, and I feel that his wife, she made Will Smith look dumb again, and this was supposed to be a moment for him. It wasn't supposed to be about her. It was supposed to be his moment or whatever. You handle it like you said. You go in the back and you're like this, and you look at your wife. And your wife, she look upset about it. You go say, okay, I'm gonna accept this award, and then we go in the back. I'm gonna be like, yo, I don't appreciate that joke, and then like that. Whatever. You handle it like that. But some people are going to be in the comments. They're going to say, well, if you lose your cool and you react off emotions, you don't know how would you handle the situation. But like I said, ask yourself this question. Would he do the same thing if it was 50 Cent, if it was Suge Knight, if it was Dave Chappelle?
Mike Tyson?
Even Cat Williams. Cat Williams is small. He is small. Even if it's Cat Williams, because you remember Cat Williams been tried by a little kid. You remember that?
Yo, get off me, little boy.
Even if it's Cat Williams would not allow that to happen. He and Will Smith would probably beat the crap out of Cat Williams, but it would have been a different outcome. They would have been fighting up on the stage. He turned his back because he knew Chris Rock wasn't going to do anything. That's the ultimate disrespect. That's what I'm saying. Before people in the comments say, well, if you're reacting, you trigger like that, you don't know how you're gonna react. No, because he thought about it. He still thought about it because he know Chris Rock was gonna do nothing. I ain't trying to hear that. I'm sorry. I ain't trying to hear none of that.
You gotta get control of those emotions. You can't help what other people do, but you can help what you do. That's all you gotta remember.
A grown man slapped another grown man just because of a joke. A joke it's not even like too out of pocket, like insane. Like it's not even too out of pocket. Or whatever. Like people have been cracking jokes on the relationship with Jada for mad long, and then she ain't get offended by that. Like it's crazy, man. But that's how I feel about this whole situation, Keys. That's exactly how I feel about it.
I say he just need to go and take some time for himself and get his head right. That's all. Because dealing with all that stuff, I'm pretty sure it's not easy. People calling him cuck and all this other stuff. Like, come on, like dealing with stuff like that isn't easy. But again, that doesn't give you a pass or free reign to go around pretending like if that's the case, imagine what kind of world we'd be living in if we really lived by those rules. We'd be out here in the Book of Eli type situation.
Right.
We'd be out here it'd be messed up. Would nothing get done, everything be counterproductive, everybody like it wouldn't make sense. So yeah, he just gotta take the time to work on himself and learn how to deal with things and just work through it. That's all.
All right, for the last question, is this another L for the Black community?
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. That's what I keep hearing.
I think so too, and I think it's a reason why there was no security to even stop it or stop the whole situation, because they said, okay, they always complain that we don't get no Oscars, or we can't go into it, or Oscar is white, It's all these complaints. It's okay, let them do that. We're gonna just sit back there and let them act like animals. And perfect example. And that's why I feel like on the conspiracy side of it, because we got somebody put in the chat. I'm not gonna read his I'm not gonna read his name on here on the chat because I don't feel like it's appropriate. But he said all of this is to distract the truth about the jab. I'm just gonna say the jab because of algorithms. So basically, he said all of this is to distract the truth about the jab. Will deserves everything coming to him. I hope his whole family develops terminal. Oh my gosh, terminal cancer. Let's see his whole world crumble. Goodness,
Hey, somebody.
not gonna wish that on anybody.
Damn, somebody's wow.
Crazy.
Damn.
I'm not gonna read what his name said, but yeah, that's it on the whole situation. That's all I had to say about it. And I also this is gonna be the last time I talk about it. That's why me and Keith want to drop the episode, because I just think it's also a distraction for what's going on in Ukraine, inflation. You're seeing gas prices is at an ultimate high. We have some really more important issues than this. This is just another distraction for us to talk about it. But we'll give the people what they want. We'll let them know what we think about the whole situation, and we'll go accordingly. So we'll wrap this up. It's been a quick discussion on this whole situation when me and Marquise think about it. Quick shout out to please follow us on the dot line 18. Please follow us and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We also will be on Twitch as well. Shout out. Also got a shout out. Follow Trade Digital 89 as well on my YouTube channel if you want to learn how to code and learn how to create apps. So you can follow me on there. I got presentations up there. Also follow the homie Mask on Photos on IG. Follow him as well. You know, he got great businesses, and just please check him out. And also, Keys, wish your Instagram as well so they can follow you.
Oh, my Instagram. Hold up, because you know me, I'm terrible at social media. I don't do it well.
Yeah.
I don't do social media well at all. Yeah, hey, if they want to follow me, hey, jump on. It's Marquise T25.
Right. Please follow Keys. And we're gonna continue making more and more videos now. It's been madness with our conflicted schedule. We're gonna give y'all, the people what they want. We're also gonna be on Twitch as well. So we'll end it like this. So Keys, wrap it up. Final thought.
As having your mental health right is very important. That's all I can say. That goes for everybody. So please, everybody out there, just take the time to get yourself right mentally. If you gotta go talk to somebody, get your stuff sorted out, so you won't have a situation like this, which I think was a teachable moment. Do what you got to do to take care of your mental health, people. You don't want to have outbursts or points where you just taking stuff out on people for no reason. So that's it from me.
Right. Well said. That's it for this episode. My name is Deshaun Lyons, and this is
Marquise Taylor.
We out, man. Please subscribe.